boys and girls. Welcome to Penny's Reading Nook. I don't know about where you're at, but where I'm at here at Spencer, West Virginia in the patch office, it is smoking hot. And you know what? If you know me, you know I do not care for the heat. It's not that I don't like it, I don't care for it. But I really don't care for the cold either. I want nice 60-degree days, 70-degree days with low humidity. It's not like I'm asking for a whole lot, am I? No. Well, enough with that, right? Right. I have a book for you today. It's part of a series about American symbols. And with the 4th of July holiday coming up, I thought it was a good time to read one of those books. And the book I'm going to read today is about the Statue of Liberty. So let's get started. Okay, this is, again, The Statue of Liberty by Lloyd G. Douglas. It's a very interesting book. You can learn some things. And it's an American symbols. It's kind of like a series of books there. All right, we have our table of contents. Tells us the different things we're going to read about. Okay. The Statue of Liberty is an American symbol. The Statue of Liberty is near New York City. You can see it right there. The Statue of Liberty is one of the largest statues ever made. Whew, that's pretty high, isn't it? Tell you one of the things I should have looked up, and that's something you can do at home. Ask your family to look up online exactly how tall is the Statue of Liberty. Need to look that up and add that as kind of like little fun facts, huh? The Statue of Liberty was made in France. France gave the statue to America in 1886. See there, looks like it was being maybe ready for transport, you think maybe? The Statue of Liberty was made to celebrate the Declaration of Independence. The statue stands for America's freedom. The Statue of Liberty is holding a tablet. The tablet has July 4th, 1776, written on it in Roman numerals. July 4th, 1776 is the day the Declaration of Independence was signed. A torch is in the statue's right hand. The torch is meant to shine light on freedom around the world. She stands tall. There is a poem written at the bottom of the statue. The poem promises freedom to people who come to America. This poem, it says here at the bottom of it, it says, "In loving memory of Emma Lazarus." Now, it's kind of hard for me to see all the writing there on the poem, but again, that is something maybe the older kids would want to look up and see what it is, or maybe you can have your parents look it up and read it to you. Many people visit the Statue of Liberty each year. It is an important symbol of freedom in America. All right, now, right here we have a section that's called New Words, because we heard some words in there that maybe we need to know a little bit about. Okay, so let's go over those. Celebrate, to do something enjoyable on a special occasion. The Declaration of Independence is a document declaring the freedom of the 13 American colonies from British rule. Freedom, being able to go where you want or do what you want. Liberty, kind of another word for freedom there. A poem, a special way of using words that is different from the way we usually talk. Promises, we all know about promises, right? Promises are saying that you will or will not do something. Roman, having to do with ancient Rome. A statue is a sculpture of a person or animal made of stone, metal, wood, or clay. Symbol, a drawing of an object that stands for something else. Tablet, it's a piece of stone with writing carved on it. And the torch, a flaming light that can be carried in the hand. Okay? And then over here on the other side, it says to find out more, we had a couple of different books. Here's a book called The Statue of Liberty by Lucille Penner. Another one that's called The Story of the Statue of Liberty by Betsy C. Maestro. Oh, I hope I say her name right. And then there's also a website, PBS Kids, Learning Adventures in Citizenship, The Statue of Liberty, that you can go on to learn more about. Okay? Well, that was our book about the Statue of Liberty. Now, and you remember in there it said, had the word symbol, where it was talking about it was a picture of something else to represent something. Well, we're going to do that very thing. We are going to make a directed drawing of the Statue of Liberty. Now, a directed drawing is we're going to draw something, but we're going to do it in steps. So like step 1, we're going to draw something. Step 2, step 3, step 4, and so on and so on and so on till it is done. Okay? Now, I am not a very good artist, but I enjoy doing the directed drawings because it gives me confidence. Because once I'm done with my directed drawing, I can look at it and say, you know what? That does look like whatever it was I'm drawing. And at my class at Building Blocks, once a month, we do a directed drawing with our 3 and 4-year-olds, and they really enjoy doing them. The one I'm going to share with you today is about, what do you think? What do you think we're going to draw? We read a book about the Statue of Liberty, so what do you think our directed drawing is going to be? You're right, it's going to be the Statue of Liberty. So, I need you to get a piece of plain white paper, and I am going to use a black colored pencil so you can see me. And you may want an eraser as well, okay? You can use a green colored pencil if you'd like, because when you kind of look at her, see right there? So, pencil, crayon, marker, whatever you want to use. Again, I'm going to use a black pencil. Technically, you probably should use a pencil because we need to do some erasing, okay? I'm a little confused this morning, huh? So I will wait on you while you get your paper and your pencil, and then I will, I'll do a little do 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 do. Oh, you've got your stuff? Okay, let's get started. So, for our directed drawing of the Statue of Liberty, let's see if we can find a really picture here that I want to find real quick. There. This one might help us a little bit. I'll put it up here at the top of our page. You might not be able to see it very well, but what you need to concentrate on is our steps that we're going to do here together, okay? So the first thing we need to do is she kind of has this pedestal or this rectangle square that she stands on. So we need to draw that first, okay? So right here at the bottom of my paper, I'm going to make a square. All right, do you have your square? Okay, good job. Now, when you look here, she kind of has a line that goes right around close to the top, and then she has 3 rectangles right there. You see that? Okay, we're going to draw that next. So first, let's make our line here at the top. Goes there. All right, now we need our 3 rectangles. So we'll make tall, skinny rectangles. 1, 2, 3. All right, so we've got that, right? We've got what she stands on. Okay, now we're going to make her body. Okay, so we're going to start here at the bottom. We're going to start out wide and kind of go in smaller at the top. So we're wide on the bottom and smaller at the top, okay? So line up. Oh, I might make mine too short. Ooh, I might need to erase that. Let's erase that and start that one over, huh? That's the good thing about pencils and erasers. Okay, didn't erase real well, but we've got the idea, right? Right. Because when we're done, we can color it. There. And then here, we go up. When they meet there, we're going to draw a line across the top. Okay? So that's kind of like a rough shape of her body. Now we need to give her a head. And it's kind of like I kind of think of it of like an upside down rainbow. Okay? So we're going to draw that right here. Got it? It's an upside down rainbow. Then we're going to draw a line across the top of it. So there's her head. All right? Now, what does she have on top? She has her crown, right? Okay, so we're just going to go back and forth and get her crown. When I'm done like that, you know what I think that looks like? What that reminds me of? Kind of reminds me of a pineapple. That sounds like a good snack, doesn't it? A fresh pineapple. All right, now we need to give her 2 eyes and a nose. And we're going to give our Statue of Liberty a big smiley face, right? Okay, now on one side she had her tablet, right? And what shape was the tablet? The tablet was a rectangle. So we're just going to draw a rectangle. Okay. And then we need, she had, what did she have over on this side? She had her arm with her torch. So we're going to go up, make her an arm, whoop, and come down. Now you see that part right there? We want to erase that part where we can see just her arm. So that's when you're going to get your eraser and erase that part right there. She has her arm, okay? And then we need to give her her torch, or her hand right here that she's holding. It's almost kind of like an oval, almost. And then we're kind of going to draw, reminds me of an ice cream cone. And then we're going to give her her flame. Let's scoot that down just a little bit. Start here. All right, and there's her flame and her torch. Now we need to come down here and give another arm, because right here we just got a rectangle hanging out a little bit, don't we? Yep, so let's give her her arm here. She's holding that, and then she needs her hand where she's holding on to her tablet. And it is another small rainbow. Look at it right there, okay? And then we're going to erase this part because that's the tablet, but you can't see that because that's where her hand's holding it, right? Right. Okay. Well, does it look a little bit like a Statue of Liberty to you? Looks like a Statue of Liberty to me. Okay, and then you can see where she kind of has, where it looks like her dress or the robe that she's wearing. We can see the lines there. We can kind of make some of those there. Make a couple there on her arm. Maybe some coming down here. It looks like it's flowing down there. All right. Well, I don't know about you, but when I look at it, it kind of looks like the Statue of Liberty to me. What do you think? And I bet you did a great, well, I know you did an awesome job with your Statue of Liberty. And when you're all done drawing it with your pencils, then you can go back in with your markers or your crayons and kind of add some more details and colors to it if you'd like. You could also put some clouds in your sky, or maybe the sun is shining there today. You decide. The possibilities are endless. You make it your own. Okay? Well, that's it for me and the Statue of Liberty today. I hope you had a good time, and I'll see you next week, boys and girls. Bye-bye. Mwah.